In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to implement the spinner control in Android, and also we are going to see how to add the spinner control and also to handle some of its events. So one of the things that I'm going to do is to find the spinner control, and you can find it under the containers tab, and here there is the spinner control. But before that, I will want to add the text view such that when I select an item on the spinner, it will be displayed on the text view. So then secondly, I will add the spinner control, and therefore I will switch to the XML editor, and here I've got the linear layout, orientation is vertical, and this is the name of the layout, and the layout width and height both are match parent. And let me change the name of the text view to label, and let me change the margin to 20 dp, and also let me change the text size to 24 sp. And here we can be able to see the changes have taken effect. The match parent, it's okay. And also I will change the name of the spinner to drop down list. For those coming from Windows background, they understand this. The spinner control in Windows is called the drop down list, and therefore the width is going to be match parent, and also the height is going to be wrap content. So after we've done that, one ways the spinner control gets information is through an array, and we are going to provide a string of values or an array of values. And therefore I will come to the resources folder or the res folder under the values folder, and I will open the strings.xml, and there I will include the string array item, and I will name it continents. Then I will have to provide an item. Here maybe I will say Africa. Then another item that I will provide Europe. Another item that I will provide is America, and another item is Asia. And these are some of the continents that we have, and these values are what will appear on the spinner control. So after we've done that, now we will switch to the main activity.java file, and here we are going to first create variables for the controls. And here we've got the text view, then I will call it LBL for label. Then I will also create a variable for the spinner control, then I will name it drop down list. Then another thing that I will do is to create an array adapter. Then I will name it adapter. So the array adapter basically takes information from the string array and convert it into an array that can be mapped on the spinner control. So basically that's the work of the array adapter. After I've done that, I will come inside the onCreate event handler, and therefore I will initialize the components or the widgets using the find view by ID. So I'll say LBL equals define view by ID, then I'll say r dot id dot label. Then I will also say drop down list equals find view by ID r dot id dot, then it's called the drop down list. Then here I will now set the adapter to equal array adapter. Then I will say dot create from resource, and here I'm going to provide the context to be this, and I'm also going to provide the array resource ID to be r dot array dot continents. Now that's the name of the string array that we provided, and we're also going to provide the layout for this spinner item to be Android dot r dot layout dot simple spinner item. That's the spinner item. Then I will come down again and say adapter dot set the drop down view resource to be the Android dot layout dot r. That's the resource dot layout dot simple spinner drop down item. Basically defines how the drop down item of the spinner or the drop down list appears or is animated. Then I will now set the adapter to the drop down list. Say drop down list dot set adapter to be adapter. Another thing I will do is to create or handle the selected item event handler, and therefore I will say drop down list dot set on item selected listener. Then I will say new adapter view dot on item selected listener. That was the first option, is what I will select, and here I am going to call create a string variable call continent, and I will give it a value of the parent. Now the parent comes from the one of the arguments or parameters for the on item selected event. For the parent dot get item position, it will get the position of the item that was clicked on the spinner control, and I will say position, which is an integer value of which position was it, item on item 1 or on position 1, on position 2, or index. In other words, you can use index, and I will say .toString. Then I will say lbl dot set text to be continent. So that's our code for the spinner item, and therefore we are going to run this application on our emulator. So here we can see Africa is displayed on our text view, and therefore when I click on Europe, the text view is going to change on Europe. So this shows that item on position 2, which this is 0 based, starts from 0, 1, 2, and when I click on America it shows. And therefore now that's for the parent item, which is the adapter view itself, and the position or the index, and therefore we get that value and convert it into a string and save it on the continent variable, and we can display it on the label using the set text method. So that's how we implement the spinner control in Android, and thank you.